You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Happening now at 6, covering the entire DMV. 7 people shot in DC. What do we know about the St. Patrick's Day shooting that left 2 people dead in Northwest? And peak bloom, DC's cherry blossoms showing off to crowds of locals and tourists. A live shot right there near the National Mall. The final stage earlier than predicted. We're also helping you save cash to get there. And Metro crackdown incoming. The steep fine fare evaders will face starting tomorrow, now mirroring existing consequences in Maryland and Virginia.
And it was a very mild day today. I'll show you how mild it got, and it's gotten a little breezy too. We'll show you some live cameras and give you the 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, Scott, thank you. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6. I'm Ben Dennis. We begin tonight in the district. Police say that 2 people are dead, 5 more hurt after a shooting overnight in Northwest. We're told this happened around 3 a.m. at the intersection of 7th and P in the Shaw neighborhood. Police say all of the victims were adults. No word on the condition of the 5 who were hurt, who did ultimately survive. Police are asking anybody with information to give them a call. Meantime, police in Howard County, Maryland say that 2 women were killed in a 3-car crash in Ellicott City overnight. Officials say an Acura was driving on the wrong side of Route 100 at around 2 o'clock this morning when it was hit by a Subaru and a Lincoln. The drivers of the Acura and Subaru were pronounced dead on scene. Police say the driver of the Lincoln was not hurt. That investigation is ongoing. And happening now in the district, smoke seen billowing near Logan Circle. DC Fire says that they are currently responding to a first-floor kitchen fire at a restaurant on 14th Street. We're told that fire made its way to the roof through the duct work there. No injuries reported at this hour. And if you can't tell by all the colors behind us, DC's famed cherry blossoms reaching their full potential, and earlier than expected, peak bloom is finally here. DC News Now's Dave Laval joins us live from the Tidal Basin. Dave, plenty of excitement after the National Park Service made this announcement this evening.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ben. First off, let's tell you that peak bloom happened 6 days earlier than projected, and as you said, the word obviously spread fast. Let me step out of the way. As you can see, some of the crowds that have made its way here to the Tidal Basin to see the cherry blossoms. The National Park Service predicted full bloom to happen between March 23rd and the 26th, but the warmer weather moved up the date. This typically happens during the last week of March and the first week of April. Again, full bloom happens 6 days early. But that's not the record. The National Park Service told us that happened March 15th, 1990. And as you can tell, plenty of people got the news early today. They have been down here. And if you're looking to come out and see the cherry blossoms for yourself, something you definitely want to bring along with you is plenty of patience. I can tell you firsthand, the traffic to get here is brutal. We're live at the Tidal Basin. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Thanks to Dave. Hey, Scott, we've got a piece coming up talking about taking the Metro. It's probably a good idea, but listen, all this warm weather we've had lately probably contributed to the early bloom.
Absolutely. And Dave's honesty of, traffic is absolutely brutal. I love it. Love that. All right, here we go. 71 degrees, because I know last year we went and my photographer and I, it spent like 2 hours trying to get out of the parking lot. All right, mostly cloudy skies out there, but it is beautiful, needless to say. And 71 degrees. I didn't expect that, but I did expect it to be a bit breezy out there. And sure enough, the American flag is flying here in Hagerstown on the Dual Highway with a little bit more zest to it than it did at this time yesterday. Now, temperatures, this is a little off, but needless to say, if you're in the 60s now, you'll stay in the 60s. If you're in the 70s, you'll drop into the 60s. And eventually, we'll quickly get, once the sun sets, get it in towards the 50s. And a little bit cooler out there. We'll have some breaks in that cloud coverage. We'll see temperatures dipping down into the lower 40s, a little bit cooler, like I said, than opposed to this morning. How about those wind speeds? They're out there about 10 miles an hour at D.C., 17 at Frederick, 21 at Martinsburg, 18 at Culpeper. So a little bit more of a breeze than we saw obviously at this time yesterday. And also wind gusts this hour have been up to about 20 to 25 miles an hour across the region. You see the cloud coverage was with us earlier. It's breaking up a little bit. We'll talk more about when we'll see the return of clouds and the rest of the week ahead coming up.
All right, Scott, thank you. Starting tomorrow, if you skip out on paying your Metro fare, it could cost you a lot more money. DC News Now's weekend morning anchor, Tosin Fakile, has more on what to expect and how things got to this point.
Getting arrested or paying a fine of up to $100. Those are the options fare evaders will face starting Monday. And Metro is cracking down harder now because of a new provision in the newly signed Secure DC crime bill. The legislation requires anyone stopped for fare evasion to provide their true name and address. If they don't, they get fined or arrested. WMATA says before the provision in the Secure DC bill, transit officers could only ask fare evaders to leave the station or go back and pay. So how did we even get here? Well, Metro says it started cracking down on fare evasion in 2022. And in 2022, WMATA says fare revenues contributed $213 million to fund Metro operations. And the transportation body estimated over $40 million in revenue loss in fiscal year 2022 because of fare evasions. Now, the loss of revenue, they say, impacts things like service and maintenance. The new crackdown applies to DC. In Maryland and Virginia, skipping fares already carries a $100 fine. Now, also under the new DC law that is tougher on fare evasion, the new law also increases the penalty for assaulting bus and rail operators or Metro employees. In the studio, I'm Tosin Fakile. Back to you.
All right, thanks to Tosin. Meanwhile, in Virginia, the Loudoun County Board of Supervisors just rejected a massive data center proposal for the first time ever. The proposed Belmont Innovation Campus development along Belmont Ridge Road is zoned in part for data centers, but the landowners wanted to build more. Board members cited concerns over strains on the power grid. The project would have contributed to the need for additional high voltage power lines.
At some point, we have to say stop. We do not have enough power to power the data centers we have. We certainly do not have enough power going forward to power the additional 41 million square feet.
The remaining land is still zoned for home construction. Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin has just vetoed a bill designed to protect parents who use or possess marijuana. The measure would have banned the state from using this as sole evidence to prove a child is being abused or neglected. The governor claims the bill would have unintended consequences, yet the bill's author says it's a common sense bill to prevent kids from being ripped away from their parents.
We've received calls from constituents and also advocacy organizations who have received calls from parents who have had their visitation or custody rights disturbed or taken away just on the basis of a positive drug screening.
Virginia legalized simple possession and use of marijuana for adults back in 2021. Several drug-free zones have been established in the district. It's all part of the new Secure DC legislation that was just signed into law on Monday. DC News Now's Candace Cole brings us up to speed.
I'm standing on the corner of 8th and G Streets Northwest, one of the newly declared drug-free zones across D.C. today. Take a look at this sign. It's a public notice letting people know that they're in a drug-free zone, something Mayor Bowser actually voted to repeal when she sat on the city council 10 years ago.
I have seen some folks smoking on government property, which is illegal. We've had people come up and get combative with us because they were so high.
Over a dozen drug-free zones went into effect across the district, covering parts of Northwest, Northeast, and Southeast. Their aim to stop 2 or more people from gathering with the purpose of, quote, knowingly or intentionally possessing, manufacturing, or distributing illegal drugs. According to the Secure DC law, the police chief can declare any area a drug-free zone for up to 5 days and with at least 24 hours written notice to the city council. The police chief, however, cannot declare the same area a drug-free zone for more than 15 days within a 30-day period. As the law stipulates, factors such as whether or not an area has experienced a high number of drug-related arrests, violent crime, or homicide in the area over the last 6 months should be considered before a drug-free zone is declared. Concerns over drug-free zones disproportionately targeting communities of color have been raised by the ACLU and DC residents.
Is this, a bill for all, or is this a bill to target a certain type of demographic of the city? It's really sad to think that, what was once, a safe haven for so many people has, just became a breeding ground for, new buildings that will essentially just eradicates so much culture that was, deep rooted in the area.
This first round of drug-free zones will be in effect until 8 a.m. next Tuesday. Reporting in Northwest, Candace Cole, DC News Now.